good night, good morning, good afternoon, good fucking
Tomorrow.
great. If you're happy and you
So,
know it, clap your hands. Well, insert cricket
No,
chirping
no.
noises here. Yeah, oh, Jesus. Wow. Wow. Movies that I've seen. Let me just start off by saying I did it. I saw Cats. The end. Okay.
Be more
If
specific. Which
I
cats did
warned
you
you.
watch?
the entire internet warned me. The people who made Cats practically warned me. Okay, like if you challenge me to say one nice thing about the film, I will actually go out of my way to say, you know what? The synth music at the opening and like three-quarters of the way through, I actually really enjoyed that. And when I first heard it, I was like, it cannot be as bad as they say it was. And oh, was I wrong. Oh, was I so miserably wrong that I actually like gave you guys pretty much play-by-play updates during the movie. I could not watch more than like 20 frames at a time because I just hate musicals. We all know this because apparently Cats was probably the first musical I ever saw, and it was just nonsense to me, and so that's
Bad decision.
probably why I can't watch the original Aladdin. Okay, let me. I was thinking about this the other day actually. There is there are
Okay.
two musical songs in Aladdin that are great. Friend Like Me, because it actually is related to the story. It doesn't necessarily remove you from the story. It's telling you what the genie can and can't do. Okay, then Prince Ali is also another very good song. It's catchy, but it also actually adds to the story because it also kind of tells a story within the song. I can show you the world. That's a fucking snooze fest for me because it goes absolutely nowhere. I need a story. But yeah, that's the problem I had
This
with
is his
Cats.
problem.
Are we
Yes,
talking live action Aladdin or cartoon Aladdin?
both really,
I think we're
but
talking cartoon.
yeah, really the cartoon because that was the first one I saw. But
And the better of the two is my opinion, but
eh,
Yeah,
yeah, it's but
I
honestly, we
agree.
talked about this before. The remake of Aladdin, it's actually it kind of grows on me the more I think about it. So,
yeah, I'm not
Well,
saying
so does
anything
the
bad about
fungus.
the second Aladdin. It's just not as good as the first. I mean, when you put Robin Williams versus Will Smith, it's
well, yeah.
I'm gonna say Robin
Yeah.
Williams in that case. It's
Speaking of Robin
Will
It,
Williams,
Smith.
my
Yeah, Will Smith did bring his own twist to it, and I appreciate that. He did not really try to mimic. He did not try to, do anything
well,
to like homage Robin Williams. He made it his own, which makes it great. The problem is when it comes to the genie, Robin Williams' genie is
yeah.
far more
you can't.
superior.
Yeah, you can't beat the fast talking, curveball pitching like insanity really that came from Robin Williams.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
but also
Agreed.
as far as the music goes, I think that like Will Smith, uh, well, most of the songs were like just a little bit slower than
yeah,
they
a
were
little bit.
than the cartoon. Like it was just more pitchy, a lot more fast paced. It was like "Sweet rat do 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 do,"
Yeah, well then
whereas
again, now that
like
I've
the live action was like do 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 do.
yeah, well now that I've delved into the realm of voice acting, I think that probably older films like Aladdin, they probably recorded everyone first and then just drew everything around it. So yeah, it was whatever rate they sang at. And so of course it's
Yeah,
going to be however fast they want it to be because it's animation, whereas you're trying to do choreography plus singing plus actually remembering your lines and everything. But Friend Like Me in the remake, it was actually it was good.
yeah.
I'm almost wanting to say something negative, but then I'm like, there just isn't anything negative about Friend Like Me in the remake. It's not the original, but it's not awful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the remake on like as a movie on its own, I think that it really is a great movie and it's fun to watch, but considering that I have something to compare it to, it's not as good as the original because I can make that
Yeah.
comparison. If it was the first one that I saw and then they came out with another one, I'd probably hate the new remake. I'm not going to say hate, but probably still prefer the original one because
Yeah.
yeah, for some reason I always feel that way when it comes to like a remake or a reboot or even a sequel. I'm comparing it to the original, and I
So,
always do. It's like, okay,
comparing
this is the
Cats
theme.
to the original.
Yeah.
Have either of you actually
Mm,
seen the theater performance of it?
No, I was busy that night.
yeah, like 15 or 20 minutes of it.
I think it's more of an insult if you
It was
walk out on live theater than if you just walk out of a movie.
It is.
okay, well, okay, it was a recording my music teacher had from I think the London West End performance or I think.
Oh, recorded theater.
That's
What?
like,
It worked
yeah.
and believe me, it was more polite to walk out of recorded theater than live theater.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I still went back to the guy at the ticket booth and was like, "I want my money back."
Yeah. Oh man, I just don't know why like people were so divided on that. And why didn't I like it? Well, okay, I guess I didn't like it because the names are just absolute nonsense. Like, what was the one that James
What?
Corden, Bustopher John? What the fuck is that name? What is that name? What? Oh, and the one that I really made fun of, Rumple Teaser. Okay. Okay, that's just Victorian era slang for a rim job. Let's be honest.
Well, like I said, the music, all the names, it's based on a book of poetry by T.S. Eliot, which is enjoyable. I mean, if you're looking for something to read and just laugh at, it's enjoyable. But the fact is that Andrew Lloyd Webber put together a story around it, which I don't think worked.
Clearly. I'm really holding myself back here, audience.
Yeah, yeah. For
it
anybody who is kind of curious, Stewart went on full rampage,
Oh
like
boy.
savage, like
I roasted
rampaging through
everyone.
the countryside. Genghis Khan.
Well, no, I didn't roast Ian McKellen or Judy Dench. I was just like, these roles are just beneath them.
Yeah, I guess you did say
But
that.
okay, Ian
Well,
McKellen, seriously,
did she say
seriously.
anything about Idris Elba?
No, I didn't say even one thing. So, okay, actually,
That's
let me talk about his
surprising.
role. Let me actually talk about his role. His role actually was good. And yes, I said good. Because his role was the only character that provided any semblance of story. Everyone else was just singing and dancing and not going anywhere. Whereas his character actually had a mission. They were the villain, but they had a mission. And I actually was kind of like, maybe once or twice when I looked up from the rampage I was pounding out on my phone. Uh, yeah, like he wants to be the true Jellicle cat, which what the fuck is a Jellicle cat? I don't know. Nobody knows. Not even Judy Dench, who pronounces them the Jellicle cat, knows. But yeah, like he goes around and kidnaps the other contestants, sort of, I guess. Uh, and then he's defeated, so it's like, okay, great.
Yeah, I've never seen Cats. I don't know anything about Cats except that it has something to do with cats.
Yeah, it's
Talking to mean cats.
I
it's
mean, that's kind of stretching it though, having to do with cats, because it's more like something really creepy that some sort of monster mutant cat? Question mark?
well,
That's
yeah.
just
See, that's the thing is
turtles.
in the stage play, of course, they're gonna make everything like everything's realistic, so the props are gonna be you know regular size, but in the movie they can use CGI and stuff, and actually some of the sets were like I think they said one or six times regular scale, so I guess a 6-to-1 ratio if my math can kick in here.
We went
um,
to film school, not math school.
yeah, well, we kind of needed to learn ratios. um,
Yeah, but did we?
but yeah, like I can't tell you who played the main character. Was there even a main character in this? Arguably, no. I mean, Idris Elba could have technically. You know what? Sure, sure. This could have an essay written about it. Why not? Because is there a main character in Cats? Not really, but you could make a decent argument that Idris Elba's character was the main character because they're the only person who's moving the story along. Everyone else just kind of bumbles around. But Ian McKellen, I want to talk about his character. He was, what was he, Gus the theater cat or whatever? And it's like, that's the only character with any normal name, first of all. But the amount of makeup and the wardrobe they did for him, it's like he got hit by a bus. It just did not look
Are you
good.
saying it's kind of? Are you saying he's kind of doing what you always say about anytime you see Jackie Brown and you see Robert De Niro?
I forget what I said about that.
You're kind of like, he took this role for a car payment, didn't he?
Robert De Niro and oh no, this is worse than that actually. Oh man,
Oh,
Robert De Niro was just like a beach bum, like just casual shirt, shorts, and sandals. No, we've got Gus, who looks like he sleeps under the fucking bridge or something, and like you're supposed to be this theater cat that what? Like they all come from different backgrounds. Oh man, getting back to James Corden. Clearly, my thoughts are just as coherent as the movie was. Um, there's two nut shots in this film. I will point out that there are two nut shots. Why are there two nut shots when this film, everyone who actually
why is there even
supposed
one?
well, because it's James Corden's character. That's the first one. And then the other one takes place with the character Tiger, who's like Idris Elba's lackey or whatever on the barge towards the end of the film. And it's like, wow. Well, Amblin Entertainment, which is Spielberg, is attached to this. So I don't know. Maybe a couple people involved with Shrek were involved with I don't know. I don't know why. Because everyone else who's, worked on the film and all of meaningful Hollywood is like, oh, this film's so important. Oh, it really pushes boundaries. Oh boy, does it. It really makes me realize how big my personal bubble is, and I go, please stay as far away from me as possible. um, but yeah,
I don't know. Every
so
time I've seen Cat's nuts, I've always wanted to flick them. I don't know why. I'm very tempted to flick a cat in the balls for some reason. I don't.
oh god, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That is the only contribution I have to this conversation because I don't know anything about cats.
Well, you may as well have
Let
done
myself
that
one.
for this film. It would have made for a far more entertaining film. I just okay, yeah, I'm
See
already
another set of
biased because I
nuts.
don't like musicals, but I do want to live by my rule and say I can't have an opinion without watching it. And so I've watched it. I get to have an opinion now. It's
No, I I like musicals. I love musicals, but no, there is a line I won't cross, and that's cat.
yeah.
Unless
It
I am just having that kind of mental breakdown to where I need something to laugh at.
Oh, you're not gonna laugh. No, it no. I was laughing mostly because I was just playing back my own ridiculous like audio commentary.
I was laughing.
You were dying from the sounds of things.
Yeah, I was, and I was worried people were gonna walk by thinking, "Is he having a breakdown?"
Okay, there's my 16 and counting minute ramble of that. I'd like to move on with my life. So speaking of Robin Williams, I finally got around to watching Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh,
Um,
that's great.
it yeah,
Ooh.
it's definitely on my like top three, which seems like there's about six movies on my top three list at any given moment. But I'm willing to make it number one. Even though I said that about like Roman J. Israel. And I think Dumbo
Wow.
and a couple other ones. But yeah, Good Morning Vietnam. It really holds up, and I think it also adds value with the whole unfortunately dead artist being involved there. Um,
Yeah.
because, hey, we're never going to see him perform ever again, so you might as well enjoy what material there is.
My
Um,
one of my favorite quotes, which of course is non-PC, is when he's like lock and low," and I used to do that all the time when Penelope was really little, and she like started doing it too. She's like lock and low, and Lizzie just got so pissed at us because it's like really well, she got pissed at me, I should say, because it's like super non-PC to to make fun of somebody's accent like that, but. I don't know. I did the first time I heard it, and I was a kid when I watched it. I thought he said lock and load,
oh.
and he was saying lock and load. And I think that's one of the reasons that I just got a kick out of it when I was older and I actually understood what he was doing. It's like, oh, I understand that now. Lock and low, lock and low.
What movie is this that I need to.
It was Good Morning Vietnam.
What?
Yeah, there's like a point when he's like doing his, little thing on the radio. And he does like an imitation of Vietnamese, and he's saying rock and roll, but he does it in
Ah!
luck and low.
Oh my god. Wow, I did not pick up on that. I love the part when he's like, hey, we're
Next
taking
time,
requests. Who's this? My name's Alan. Hello, Alan. Where are you stationed at? I'm on artillery. What can we play for you, Alan? Anything, just play it loud. That was really
yeah,
good.
I love it how one day in what was it, history class, our teacher, he made a joke when we were talking about the Vietnam War. He's like, "Follow the Ho Chi Minh Trail," and we're all looking at him like, "What?" And he's
Yeah.
like, "What? You haven't seen Good Morning Vietnam?"
Yeah.
So he he played that part during class, and unfortunately, something maybe not school appropriate came up, and he's like, "No, ooh, ooh, no, forget you heard that."
oh jeez.
But
But
yeah,
it was funny.
for all
Yeah,
the
follow the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Follow.
yeah, for all the improv that was done in the studio, and everyone always talks about Good Morning Vietnam, all the references and stuff that come out of it. I truly did not know it was technically a true story. I mean, obviously the Vietnam War, but um, what was his first name? I can't remember. Cronauer. Something Cronauer. Eh,
Is it Ron,
I want to
John?
say Walter, but that's not right. Alan?
start
That's
with
an
an
A,
R.
isn't it?
Let's open chat here and scroll up a ways. Anyway, yeah, there was a real guy who was the first person to play like classic rock essentially over the radio during Vietnam, and so he kind of made
Yeah, but it wasn't
history.
classic back then. It was just rock.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Adrian. Adrian
Yes,
Cronauer.
there we
Adrian.
go.
Adrian!
Yeah, but that was fun. That was very fun. Um, what else did I watch? Oh, yeah, I pretty much played all the hits this last week. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Finally watched that all the way through.
Isn't
Uh,
that John Hughes?
yes, John Hughes, and
What?
having
Yeah.
never
Oh, yeah.
seen John Hughes until the interview, oh, that's an interesting haircut.
Hmm. Well, it was the 80s.
Yeah, well, it's funny because that's kind of what I look like these days. I'm getting there
Oh,
anyway.
yeah, I guess you do.
Yeah, I am probably about halfway to that.
Speaking of John
Yeah.
Hughes, Lizzie and the kids are actually going to go up to his old filming grounds for like a month starting
Oh,
tomorrow. So that's exciting.
do we
Yeah.
get
A lot of
postcards once a week?
no, no. Actually, I think we've talked about this, but her parents live like down, well, just north of the Oklahoma, or not the Oklahoma, the Home Alone house.
Oh,
And when we lived in Evanston, we lived just a few blocks away from where they did the Uncle Buck house.
what's the Uncle Buck house?
The outside
Yeah,
of the
Uncle Buck.
house
You haven't seen
where
it?
they, yeah, for Uncle Buck.
No,
Have
I
you
have
seen
not.
Uncle Buck?
Was that the weird
What
one
the
where he
fuck?
like plays basketball with the?
It's John Candy
No.
as Uncle Buck.
What am I thinking?
Oh
I
my
don't know.
God,
What are
Stuart.
you? Are you thinking Uncle Drew?
Yeah.
Or Air
Wrong
Bud.
uncle.
No, Uncle Buck.
This is the problem with naming movies that way.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah,
And also,
Drew,
Huh.
I
Buck,
might be an
they're the
idiot.
same. Must be the same movie.
Yeah, one of them's big and jolly. The other is, I don't know. I didn't watch Uncle Drew.
Anyway, Stuart, you gotta watch Uncle Buck.
Yeah,
You, yeah, huge difference.
Man, for whatever reason, I am on
huge.
this weird, like, Japanese kick of just anything I can get my hands on. I read all the Path of the Assassin. I finished book 5 of Lone Wolf and Cub. There's still like 23 more to go. I checked out this, like, for whatever reason at the library, I was like, yeah, let me just check out this book on samurai swords and armor because I'm gonna have time to read that apparently, and I do. And
Wow.
it's just
Yeah.
weird to have this like freeing sense of like I can kind of do whatever I want these days, but let's not talk about me finding a job.
You should also check out
Okay.
Midnight Diner on Netflix. That's a
uh,
Japanese show, and it has to.
Uh,
Pretty much what it is that it's set. Well, it's based in a midnight diner in Japan, Tokyo. I don't know what part of Japan, but it's in Japan. Big city. where they're open from pretty much midnight all the way up into the morning, but like every episode is about a patron that's in the diner, and at the end they kind of like give you like a quick brief uh like walkthrough of how to make the dish that they ordered.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's really good. But it's just really interesting to see like all these different Japanese characters, and you get a little bit of their backstory, and learn a little bit about their life, and then at the end of it you learn how to like at least piece together how to like make like a pretty interesting Japanese dish. Like they have like a rolled omelet, but it's sweet instead of savory.
Oh,
So yeah, that's one of the first ones, and then of course there's like different things. Yeah, just check it out. It's really good.
um,
Yeah, I mean, like the whole concept of it, I'm like, what the hell is this? But while I was watching it, I just really got engrossed into it, and then they actually did like a spin-off of it and did like another type of Midnight Diner. So there was like an episode or a season or two of Midnight Diner, and then it was like Midnight Diner blank 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 blah blah blah, and they did like another season or two of that.
oh,
And
speaking of seasons of things, I was told to watch uh, Invincible, the Amazon animated superhero show, because they didn't have enough of that with the boys apparently. Um, Whoa, have either of you guys seen that yet?
Nope.
no,
Okay, I watched the first episode tonight. What a fucking opening. That actually rattled me more than seeing the live action bit from the boys in the first episode where what was his name? A Train like runs through the woman um at like supersonic speed. Well, I shouldn't really say much with Invincible since it just came out, but imagine Justice League.
Spoiler.
I know it's kind of like Justice League um mixed with the boys, I guess. We'll just put it that way. Um it's kind of a
Hmm.
coming of age story where you have essentially like a Superman like character who has a son who learns that like he's getting used to his powers as someone would go through puberty, sort of. That's actually how they describe
I
that.
guess it's
Um, but it's got J.K. Simmons. Oh, there was another voice I recognized, but it's been like 3 hours since I watched the episode. Yeah, I need to just Google it. What system sounds? Why you do this? Fine, I'll just unplug that. Okay, wonderful. My computer's just screaming at me. Um,
oh that's
no, I don't want Invisalign. I said invincible. um,
so back to Midnight Diner while you look that up. It's Midnight Diner and then Midnight Diner Tokyo Stories. Those are the two series that they have.
okay.
there's Landon popping another beer.
Sounded
Yes, yes, Kevin Michael Richardson. I fucking knew it. I can recognize his voice at anytime. The very beginning of the first episode, there were these guys called the Mahler twins, and I was like, that sounds very, very
Sounds
familiar.
familiar.
Oh, of course, Mark
go ahead
Hamill's
and
in
say
it.
it.
Oh, Justin
Of
Roiland
course.
shows up at some point, I guess.
Hi.
Um, wow,
Hey, yeah.
they got this is like celebrity bingo here, really. Um, Damn, yeah. Um, Oh my god, they've got Gray Delisle.
Vera DeMilo?
What? Oh my god. Wow, this is hilarious. Going from going from a kids cartoon to a very very much adult cartoon here. Um wow. Yeah, the
Why
end
not?
of Invincible though the first episode was like, "Okay, I'm interested because they really left the door wide fucking open on that one." um yeah, it was pretty crazy. I would highly recommend that everyone who cares, if you like the Avengers when you were a little bit younger, and then you just got really tired of like all the recent Marvel stuff. If you're just like really cynical about it, you will love
That could be
the
anybody.
Boys and Invincible at this point because honestly, I
I think
never
we've
want to
watched,
see another Marvel thing right now.
I think I've seen the first episode of The Boys.
Man, that was pretty crazy though when A
Hmm.
Train just choo choo.
Yeah, yeah, I think it was like when it first came out. I watched like the first season. I'm like, oh, I can't really deal with this right now.
Yeah, like I don't think I actually did finish the first season. Maybe I did. Maybe I've got like a couple episodes left, but yeah, I was just like, all right, this is getting a little too you know, real for me. Speaking of things that were a little too real, I also watched The Shining um at
Oh,
night like an idiot.
Well,
um
what else
that's
did you watch?
fascinating.
well, yeah, that's true. The worst part is, I've already told you guys. The worst experience I had with that was that during the sequence on the stairs when Jack Nicholson is coming up the stairs and going, "Honey, darling, love of my life,
Life.
I'm not gonna hurt you. You didn't let me finish
Yeah.
my sentence. No, I'm not gonna hurt you. I just wanna bash your brains in." I was like incredibly calm, and I was just like, oh, that feels like how I want to react at work most days. And I was just like, oh, okay, well, moving on.
That is a quote that I commonly use in my own home. I'm like, Lizzie, light of my life.
Oh man. Yeah, so that shook me up a little bit. And oh, the music. You
Yeah,
have to give them props for the like
yeah.
creepy, edgy score that they had throughout because without the music, it would actually probably be a little bit comical just with like, here's Johnny and it's just
Actually,
like
yeah.
nothing, no like string stings there and it's just like it's just like, "Oh, hey, what's up, dude?"
Just insert cricket here.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I would say
That
that
would
the
be really
soundtrack
funny.
actually like really, really enhances the experience.
It does. And it's
Oh
so
yeah.
weird though. Like why is that? I think that's worth exploring into like why is it that horror films actually kind of have to rely on sound uh to really make the experience. And I just can't watch horror films, but I knew that I needed to watch The Shining to have any credibility here. So I finally
Wait,
did,
wait
and
until you watch
yeah,
the sequel, Doctor Sleep.
yeah, I don't know if I'll get around to that.
Yeah,
But
you
anyway,
should. You
I'd
should.
like to.
I for
I mean,
sure.
if anything, just to see if it like holds up and stays true to the story.
Oh God, actually, the thing that gives me chills is the scene when Danny, yeah, it was Danny, right? The kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Um,
kid. Yeah.
when he's in the room and the mom is asleep and he picks up the knife and the lipstick, just like when his voice reaches that really like croaky level, he's like, Red rum, red. Oh god, I can't even do that. That fucking freaks me out just doing it myself. Oh, that part was enough to actually like make me want to stop watching it because it just freaked me out way too much. Like, you've got what? How old was that kid when he did that? Like eight
Uh,
or something,
was
maybe.
he like
Six,
8?
7, 8,
Yeah,
somewhere in there.
But like, damn, that kid
yeah.
definitely probably went on to who? Okay, who was that kid actually? Like, they have to be a voice
Well,
Actually,
actor.
the kid's name is actually Danny.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's fun.
Danny. No, not Danny Phantom. Thanks, because I was googling Great a while. um, oh god, I need to do The Shining. The Shining. Go find the kid. Uh, wow, it doesn't actually pull up the. Oh my god, let's look at Danny Lloyd these days. That's a receding hairline.
Well,
Red rum.
Shut up.
Red
Shut up.
rum.
okay, as long as we're talking, somebody
I know what
please
I need to
give
do
me
now.
their
While
idea
my
on.
family's out of town, I just need to sneak into your bedroom at night and
Oh
just start going,
god.
Red
No.
rum.
Stop it.
Red
Stop
rum.
it.
Can you record it? Record yourself doing it,
Oh
Landon.
wait.
Yeah,
So
me breaking and entering and climbing under someone's bed. Yeah, I'm gonna incriminate myself.
so Danny
You really
Lloyd
think you get you in trouble?
Danny Lloyd was in Doctor Sleep as well.
Oh,
But
yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
like what role? That would be nice to know. And why didn't they just have him play, Ewan McGregor's character? Because that would have made sense.
Yeah, but how many people were gonna actually catch that?
I'd say those who give a shit, which would be, wow, he's like not even on the top 10 first cat. Where is this dude? Uh, Danny Lloyd. Hello, where are you? What? He's not even on IMDb. He's not.
Well,
What?
did he do?
Oh, there he is. Wow, credited as spectator. So it's just a little like cameo, basically.
Well, it's nice that they put
eh,
him in there as a cameo.
I think I remember the director saying he was trying to be faithful. I mean, obviously to the novel Doctor Sleep, but also to, as far as The Shining goes, both the book and the movie. So maybe that was part of it. I don't know.
Wait, how could Dick Halloran possibly be alive in like the continuing story between The Shining and Doctor Sleep? Like somebody
I
else
don't
is
know. Why are
credited.
you asking?
Well, cause like the dude Scatman Crothers was like, I don't know, 86 or something. Looked like when he played
Years old.
when he played Halloran. So like, if The Shining is supposed, or like, there's what, probably a 40-year difference or so.
Maybe
30
he
or
played like
40.
he was 40.
No, because Halloran was already like,
Or maybe it has something to do with The Shining, Stuart.
or it's
Maybe the
just a
fact that he
flashback.
shines, he doesn't age as quickly as normal people. Who
Oh,
knows?
maybe.
Oh,
Hmm.
or maybe, just maybe, he's actually dead in Doctor Sleep, but he comes back as like an apparition or a ghost, or maybe because you shine, you can like reach and talk to dead people.
Well, I would love to see that if they bothered to give a shit to explain anything in the original Shining.
Yeah.
because it did leave a
Yeah.
lot of questions like, okay, so what the fuck
Yeah,
actually
to
is The
loop back
Shining?
around, I had to like remember it's been a while since I've seen Doctor Sleep, but yeah, it actually turns out that I think that Doc is dead, and or yeah, he's dead, but he's able to like like go into a meditative trance and communicate with him, even though he's dead. And he's like,
Gotcha.
what should I do
Yeah.
about this? What and looks for guidance and counseling from a dead friend.
So a less
It,
shit Ouija board then.
less shit Ouija board? You
Uh,
speaking English?
Yeah, because you try and use one
well,
of those things and it's like, oh, are there any
half of
ghosts
the
here? And
time.
it's like the number 9. What the fuck does that mean?
No, I think he's
Yeah,
able to
not
like
touching with that
transcend
shit.
and communicate with people who have passed on who were also able to shine. It's
Yeah,
not like, oh, I can just talk to any random Joe after they die. No, but I can talk to people who actually had like the shining power. If I look hard enough throughout my shining capability, I can find somebody who shined who has passed on.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I
might
want to put
watch.
this out there.
Hmm.
Yeah. It just
When
took
you
me a
were
minute to
watching
get
it,
there while I was
am I
like
the only
speculating.
person?
Yeah, you're the
What?
only person.
This is turning into. Am I the asshole
Okay, I'm the
here?
only person. Okay, probably. Uh,
Yes, you're the asshole here.
thank you.
It's not
Um,
me.
the only one who was watching that movie, and I see where Shelley Duvall is freaking out when she's running around. I mean, that's basically the whole movie, but
Yeah.
when she sees the one room open and there's a guy in like a dog costume or
Oh
whatever.
my god, that scene.
Did any You
Yeah, because
want to talk about stuff that needs explaining? Please explain that.
that's popped up as like memes and stuff in recent years. Like I think Family Guy probably joked about it as well. But like, yeah, what the fuck was that?
There's also a music
I
video, I
don't
think.
know.
Well, it's yeah. They did like a music video that was themed to The Shining, and there's like a weird instance when that actually like stops. They like stop the music, and there's like this weird thing happening. It was Jared Leto's band, 30 Second to Mars. Uh,
Of course.
yeah,
But like, yeah,
yeah.
what?
I think the name of the song was "Bury Me."
But yeah, okay,
Uh,
Joe, Mr. Book Boy. What does the book have to say about that scene?
okay. First of all, I will say that when I was trying to read The Shining, I was kind of tuckered out from reading because I don't know. I was in a phase where, yeah, I went through phases. Uh, where I was just having a hard time sitting down and reading, or I don't know why, but so I only got so far in The Shining. I'll go back and read it. I will.
That's fair.
But
That was my entire college career. Was like, I'm just not gonna read any books because I'm reading all these god awful textbooks that we're supposed to read. But
well, and I feel bad about it. But anyways, you have to be really careful when talking about the movie and the book because how do I put this? Stephen King hated the movie. Hates it.
I think they,
Still to this day, he hates it.
I think they did a bit on Family Guy as well about him passionately disliking it.
Oh, he was just mad with what Kubrick did, and part of it probably has to do with the fact that uh King had an emotional connection because, he was a father, and I think one of the things that's missing from the movie that kind of holds it back for me is you never really feel an emotional connection between the family.
Mm,
Mhm.
I
That's
don't
my
know. I think
problem.
it definitely had that when there's the scene when Danny goes to the room, uh, goes over to Jack, and is like, "Oh, can I play with my fire truck?" And it's like, blah 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 blah. It's like, "Ah, Daddy, would you ever hurt me or mommy?" And it was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
no,
mean
I'd say
but
there was
that's
some
No,
the only
emotion
like
there.
closest thing. I mean, otherwise it's kind of like this, oh, here's just these random people. I guess they're supposed to be a family. I don't know. And I'm not crapping on the actors any. I love the actors, but it just doesn't, I don't know. It just never really connects
I just thought it
emotionally.
was funny that you've got Jack
I,
Nicholson playing Jack Torrance, Danny Lloyd playing Danny Torrance, and Shelley Duvall playing not Shelley.
well, I
Yeah.
think like the family dynamic actually plays into it really well as far as, Jack is kind of, self-obsessed, self-involved, not really thinking too much about like the family except oh, it's just baggage. Whereas Shelley's character is, like she's in love with Jack and like trying to hold the family together and keep it all together. And then of course, like father like son, Danny, he's like on his own little fucking kick and everything. Everybody's like got their own little
Hmm.
place, but it's like Shelley's character is the one trying to hold everything together and make that family work, even though it's completely dysfunctional. So she's an absolute failure at that, but which plays into like the meekness and her timidness as a human being and as a character within that dynamic.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what Kubrick was going for. I don't know.
Oh, oh boy.
I don't know.
Oh, the behind the scenes. If anyone has the chance to watch the behind the scenes for The Shining, please do so. Because it is mildly entertaining to actually see Kubrick at his highest, lowest, whichever one, depending on how you view Kubrick. But everyone knows Kubrick kind
Uh,
of was a bit of an asshole.
he was very Napoleonic.
Yeah. And you really see that in the behind the scenes. Like he'll even kind of direct Nicholson in that way. Not as much, but even with like Danny, he had this megaphone during the shot of the hallway when Danny runs and like hides in the little stainless steel like kitchen thing. Um, he's just like, go, 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 go.
Panther.
Get in as fast as you can. Go, go, go. He wasn't like angrily shouting at him, but it was like, I don't know. If I was 8 years old doing this part, it might stick with me.
It's a little stern.
Yeah. Nah, actually,
Yeah.
I kind of.
I don't know. I think I'd yell at my own kids that way.
You already do.
Well, it's the Kubrick in me. What can I say?
But oh my
There
Did
you
you
go.
guys ever
god.
see that audition tape of like there was a guy who did the audition tape and it was he pronounced it Stanley Kubrick.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you ever get a chance, like look up Kubrick or whatever audition tape. It's pretty funny.
I will do that. But Kubrick with Shelley Duvall. Whew, there's some like for
Yeah.
every action there's a equal but opposite reaction. um Physics, chemistry there. Wow. um Apparently she was suffering from some physical ailment or whatever, like right before they started filming, and so she was like just kind of recovering from that, and so she felt like Kubrick was pushing her a little bit more than what everyone else was being pushed. But I don't know. I feel like there were times when yeah, she kind of wasn't performing very well, and so it's only fair that Kubrick, as the director, needs to direct. And there's other times where it's like, okay, dude, maybe tone it back a bit because then she's like on the floor, like gasping for air as Kubrick's
Yeah.
wife just like films everything. And it's like, oh, look, my husband's not an asshole. And it's just like, exhibit A?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
it's
I'm sure that there's a lot of context that were left out of that, and I
yeah.
don't know. I would like to be a fly on the wall in that
Oh,
situation.
yeah.
See what happens.
Oh, yeah. But yeah,
I
I fantastic film, and for a horror film, which I usually purposefully stay away from, um, because I just don't enjoy being scared shitless. But it was very enjoyable.
Landon, that's your job.
What's my job? I need one.
Scare Stewart. Yeah,
Uh, yeah, I can do that.
I'll pay you.
Hey, Stuart,
I'll
what are
pay
you
you to
doing
scare him.
Sunday? Do you want to watch Antichrist?
Didn't we already watch that?
No.
What did we watch that sounds similar to that?
What did we watch? I don't know. What did we watch last time?
Don't ask.
Oh man, I have no idea.
I've slept, I've studied, and I've drank a lot of beer since then. So help me out here, Stuart. I'm
I've
an old maid.
I've slept, I've not studied. Actually, I guess I have been studying a lot of Japanese lore and history and whatever.
Technically, the last time you came over was for the Ford. We watched an episode of Beast
Oh
Stars.
yeah. Had you watched episode 7?
Yeah, but before then, it was the steak at Touffet. Oh
uh
yeah, it was
but
Boondock
after
Steak.
that, after the steak etouffee and before Beastars, there was
Hey,
St. Patrick's Day, which we did Boondock Saints.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. So what did we watch when we did steak at Touffet?
I don't think we watched anything. I think that was just steak etouffee.
Yeah, and the time before that, it had been a while. Was it assassination of a high school president?
I think you were watching it, and I just came over, and you were like, "Oh yeah, I'm almost
Oh,
done." And I was just like, "Okay,
yeah,
well."
and then we watched oh those two guys, Buddy and Holly.
Oh, Stan and Ollie.
Dan and Holly. There we go.
Oh, I love that movie.
I can't even
Yeah, so
remember
no,
any.
we have not watched Antichrist. It's what's his name? Freaky guy.
Hold on, I've got Antichrist film.
He also
You
did
talking about Lars Van
Nymph.
Trier?
Oh boy, yep. Oh, that's the thumbnail that I always see like everywhere for some reason.
Yeah, I guess it's been banned in some places.
Oh god.
Lars von Trier. That's right, Lars von
Oh
Trier.
god, you Google Antichrist and people also search for a Serbian film. Well,
Well, you do what you gotta do.
hello.
Yeah. So maybe Sunday Antichrist. Are you down?
Sunday I'm leaving for Wichita actually, so
What time?
as soon as I get off work.
What time do you get off work?
5.
Or you start at what time?
11.
So you want to like do a movie at 6 a.m., 7
No,
a.m.,
not really.
8 a.m.? You want to get a little bit of Lars von Trier before Munchers?
mm, probably
Yes,
not.
yes, yes, you do. Yes, you do, Stuart. Yes, you do.
Oh man. But yeah, so don't forget to buy a bouquet of flowers and a nice card for your mother today when this comes out because it's gonna be Sunday.
Oh shit! I forgot to get my mama card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of need to do that too.
Yeah,
I
Lizzie's gift
showed
is
up.
that I'm letting
I'm
her
not
I
know.
fucking
showed
card.
up.
She gets to leave Lawrence.
Well, it
That
is.
is her gift. She gets to go back to Chicago for an entire month, or do whatever the hell she wants to do for an entire month. So I'm giving her freedom of me and my bullshit for an entire month. That is the greatest gift I could possibly give anybody.
I
But
guess.
yes, tip your mom and happy Mother's Day.
But do tip the waiter too when you go out to the nice restaurant because they're working their asses off for you.
Well, I think the PC term is
Yeah.
wait staff.
Well, sure.
Wait person.
Weight person. That just sounds like somebody's got a weight problem.
Or you're telling them to hold on. Wait, person.
This is the scene from Hot Fuzz where it's like, oh, what about the policeman over there? And it's a woman. It's just like, well, actually, we can't say policeman anymore. It's a police officer. What about the police officer man? It was such a stupid bit, but sure, it was amusing.
of course.
Ah, good old Simon Pegg.
Okay. Well, why don't we go ahead and put the bow on this one and call it a night? I gotta get up early and kiss
Same.
my kids before they leave, and I guess I'll also kiss my wife. And
Then you're gonna grab a beer and go back to bed.
no, no, my commencement for the master's program is in the morning, and of course, Lizzie's taking the Mazda, and I had to order tickets for people to go. I got zero tickets, and my family's not even in town, so I figured, what's the point of going? So I'm gonna stream it, and I'm gonna watch it during the morning, and then tomorrow afternoon I have a birthday party to attend, and then I hope to be asleep by like 8 p.m.
Damn.
But that's not gonna happen. Let's face it, that's not gonna happen. I'm actually gonna catch up on
Probably
some
not.
movies. I'm gonna relax on Sunday a little bit. I may actually start studying on Sunday, depending on. Well, since you're not gonna be here, yeah, I think I'm gonna start studying on Sunday and getting my finals under my belt.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing that I'm going out of town. Otherwise, it would just be a weekend full of woo party.
Yeah.
Bad idea.
Well, when do you get back?
Wednesday night, because then I've got
Okay.
work on Thursday again.
Okay. So not the following weekend, but the weekend after that. Well, I mean, if you still want to plant those seeds, we should probably do that the following weekend, but no partying, no real
Yeah.
big anything, because
Well,
I got to study for
j-
two more finals,
oh my god, this is
and then
literally
after that,
premature celebration here. What the hell is your college thinking?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
He doesn't know.
This is
I
run
mean,
by
Doesn't
somebody
know.
who has a PhD, and yeah, Sure.
I can speculate on the fact that maybe that the reason that they set it up this way is to get the most amount of students participating in it, because maybe there's a big uh, ratio of people who don't actually pass,
Well,
and
yeah, then
therefore,
you shouldn't fucking celebrate.
yeah. But I think that
Okay.
this just makes it look good. It's like, oh, we have a nice turnout. We have a lot of people here. And every year it's always great to celebrate. Nobody's making a scene because nobody's upset about the fact that they didn't graduate.
Yeah. So are we gonna put the bow on this dog and strangle it, or
Yes, especially if
Yeah,
it's the one that
let's
just
bag
walked
this
by the
kitty and
window
throw
at
it in the
work
red.
this morning and just took a piss right on the sidewalk. I was like, I've seen that when I've been abroad, but never like right here in Kansas. It really was just like, what? Sure. So we'll leave
People are
you with
giving.
that.
Okay,
okay?
I'm gonna go to bed.
Well,
I gotta get up, kiss some kitties, stream a commencement that I'm supposed to be at,
Crack a
and
beer in the
then
middle of it.
no, I probably will. We'll see.
oh,
We'll see if I'm like requested to actually like have my camera on. Otherwise, I'm gonna be in my
Otherwise,
pajamas
it's just gonna be
drinking.
you in a shirt, some boxer shorts.
No, I like to wear the athletic shorts. Usually I'm shirtless. But
and on that
But I
note,
do have my pajama shirt that I always have readily handily, and just in case, somebody knocks on the door or anything like that, there's always my night tank top shirt, which is got the Golden Girls on it.
Oh
So
yeah, that one.
yeah.
All right, well,
well,
my clock just ticked over to 11:21, so yeah,
All
I'm kind
right.
of tired. So,
Peace, everybody.
yeah.
guten Nacht.
Belong
Until next week.
back.
Be safe, be careful, behave, but most importantly, do not be me.
And be kind. Oh wait, now we've got a legal battle with Ellen.
Oh shit. Kind, rewind. Block. We can say that
And
Blockbuster
on
doesn't
that
exist
note,
anymore.
goodbye forever.
Yeah. Episode 34 on is canceled.
Well, see you guys around.
Adios.
Yeah, see ya.
Yep. But